This is a very beautiful story, and it has a very powerful message for all of us. You and I both are like the boy in the story. We go through ups and downs in our lives, face many problems, and we constantly need to find solutions to them. And so, to solve these problems, we use our intelligence, our skills, our experiences, our knowledge, and all our abilities. These things are our strengths. However, most of the time we forget that there are some other sources of strength that can easily help us solve our problems. But because we don't understand what they are, we end up struggling in life unnecessarily, and we fail to attain happiness and success. Friends, have you ever seen a river and noticed that its flow is sometimes slow, sometimes fast, sometimes calm, and sometimes turbulent? It seems that the river doesn't even know how to flow. Similarly, in life, sometimes we work with great speed, and at times we become lethargic. Sometimes we are enthusiastic, and at times we are lazy. There are different reasons behind these fluctuations. The truth is, these ups and downs in life are completely normal. It happen to everyone. Have you ever wondered why do these changes occur in nature? Look at these waves. They keep rising and falling over and over again. Look at the tree. Even after being strong, it bends before the wind. What does this mean? This means that one must know when to remain firm and when to bend. Similarly in life, there are certain situations where you have to remain calm and be persistent. And there are other situations where you need to change yourself according to the circumstances. You know, we all are capable of handling different situations, but most of us don't even recognize our own capabilities. We feel defeated by challenges, and we lack self-confidence in our potential. Friends, always remember that life is like the ocean. Its water level keeps rising and falling. Many times in life you will have to stay firm like a mountain, but at times you have to bend like a reed in the wind. Learn to read the language of life. Only then will you be able to navigate through it beautifully. You may stumble and fall, but don't despair. Just get up and start again. Keep moving forward. In this modern world, it is often seen that people either become so engrossed in their own thoughts that they stop relating to others, or they completely rely on others and lose their independence. In both cases, they are unable to live a complete life. They cannot enjoy the real taste of life. Friends, if you want to live a good life, then learn to rely on yourself, but never isolate yourself. You have to take responsibility for your own actions and decisions. But while doing so, don't forget to connect with others. Don't forget that you're an integral part of society. We are all dependent on one another. We all are interconnected. We need each other's help and cooperation to move ahead in life. No one can live alone. We all need someone to lean on. And at the same time, we all need to offer support to others. This is the law of nature. Not those who understand it well, they live a happy and successful life. Many times in life we fail to notice the indications of danger. We tend to ignore the signs that tell us to be cautious. Because of this, we suffer greatly. Therefore, to avoid such pain, we should be aware of the subtle hints of life. We have to be alert, intelligent, and smart. For example, if clouds begin to gather and the sky darkens, then it is wise to close our doors and windows. Likewise in life, if difficulties come upon us, it's best to prepare ourselves mentally in advance. Friends, look at the branches of a tree. They all grow in different directions. They intertwine with one another. But despite being so different from one another, all the branches belong to the same tree. All the branches depend on the tree, and the tree depends on its branches. In the same way, everyone in this world is different. Everyone has their own identity. Everyone has their own path in life. But no matter how different people are, all humans are equal, and all humans are connected with one another. We should respect each other's differences, and we should live together in unity. Sometimes in life, one has to sacrifice their desires for the sake of others. Many times one has to compromise. Many times one has to adjust. All these things are a part of life. But if we don't learn to balance our life, then we might lose peace. Remember that in life you have to accept whatever comes to you. But it's also important to understand that you have the power to transform whatever you accept. Your perception determines your reality. Life gives us many opportunities. Sometimes it puts us in uncomfortable situations, but these situations are like tests. We have to pass them to move forward in life. Every human has to face many such tests in life. Only those who prove themselves by passing these tests are considered strong. A person who doesn't face their problems or shy away from them is not considered brave. So friends, whenever life puts you to test, be courageous. Don't be afraid of anything. Just focus on your goal. Remember, no matter how much you love someone or how much they love you, both of you cannot live together in the same space. For example, you can't sit in the same place as the sun or the moon. It's because the sun and the moon are far away from us. If the sun or the moon came closer to Earth, they would be visible as just a small disk. In the same way, if someone becomes too close to us, we can't see their importance and value. But when they become distant, we realize their worth. Therefore, to maintain a healthy relationship with others, there must be some distance between you and them. Think about the life of a bird. As soon as the little chicks are born, they chirp loudly. Because of this, the mother bird starts paying attention to them, and she takes care of them. If the chicks are quiet, she ignores them. You must have often heard this phrase, silence is golden. That's because those who speak less pay attention to others. They listen more, and thus they learn to respect others. Look at these two trees. Both of them were planted at the same time. Both have received the same amount of sunlight and rainfall. One tree is providing delicious fruits while the other has no fruits. Why is that? This is because one tree has bent its branches towards the ground so that the fruits could be plucked, while the other tree has straight branches, so it looks beautiful, but no one bothers to pick up its fruits. So friends, never get stuck in your ego. Don't consider yourself too good for certain tasks. If you want to succeed in life, then you must know when to be humble and when to be proud. Now think about your life. Have you also started getting influenced by your surroundings? Have you begun to behave like others? Did you forgotten your manners? So friends, be careful of all these things. Always be aware of your habits. If your actions and behaviors reflect your good qualities, you will make others also behave in a good manner. Friends, we all have experienced sorrow, failure, success, and happiness. It's important to be prepared for all these experiences. We cannot choose whether we will be happy or sad, whether we will succeed or fail, whether we will experience pleasure or pain. But we can decide how we react to these situations. If we are happy, then we should enjoy that moment fully. If we are sad, then we should learn something from it. If we have failed, then we should think about how to improve next time. If we have succeeded, then we should think about how we can sustain our success. So friends, these were some interesting stories and valuable lessons from nature. If you liked this video, then show it by giving it a like. Also share this video with your family members and friends so that they too can gain inspiration from these stories.